Okay, let's start now. So the rule of this podcast is you
There
can
are
talk
no
about
rules.
anything you want, and depends on the topic what we choose lah. Okay. So
Right.
my
Can I
name
swear?
Sorry, yeah.
Can I swear? Can I cuss and swear? Because, like, it happens. I can't censor myself.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Can she swear?
Can I swear? Can I
Yeah,
cuss?
sure. We are trying not to be too uptight. You can swear, you can smoke, you can drink if you want. So that's the rule lah. Okay, so welcome guys to the podcast, and
What's up?
my name is Abol bin Anwar, and
Yo,
I
the crash test guy.
Yes, the crash test guy.
Bubble.
Yes, Bobo. So this podcast is called Talking with Strangers, and that's literally it lah. Most of us are strangers to each other. Even Carl, even though I know him for quite some time, but
Only met once.
We met once.
Only once.
Yeah, we met only once. So why don't we start this podcast first by like introducing ourselves? So
Alright.
I'll go with Carl first.
Okay. Kyle, psychology student, journalist, writer, Jiu-Jitsu, football. That's books. I like reading.
See, if Carl is the kind of guy like in school, salin nota or point form, he will never salin.
simple.
He will never copy the full note.
I've done writing long enough to know how to make things concise, so I don't bore people.
Efficient.
Yeah,
It's
efficiency.
efficient. Yeah.
Efficiency. Minimum energy, maximum result.
Oh yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
now
For me, it's
economy.
just lazy. Okay, next
Economy
is
of movement.
Jasz. I'm going clockwise here.
Okay. Me next. All right. I'm a writer. I'm Jasz. I'm 43, and yeah. I don't know. I like dancing. I like animals. I like extreme sports. I like Star Wars.
Nice. I love Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of like Star Wars, but then I'm not like really into it as much as Marvel. But then
We can get into that in a bit.
Alright.
We'll get into that in
we
a
can
bit.
do that in a bit.
We can share on the prequels. Actually, I love the prequels.
Okay, next we go with the person with 3 names, Thasha Mariana Wong. What do we call you though? Thasha, Mariana, or Wong?
Thasha's fine. Thasha's fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, my mom calls me mustache sometimes, so. Okay, but like Thasha, 21, has 2 idiots running around me right now. I mean, I study business. I do poetry. I like music. I hate incel.
What?
Oh, that's randomly specific, but okay.
I hate incels, and I hate a lot of things, but like I just despise incels, and like I wouldn't say that I'm a Marvel fan. It's just that I lean towards DC more. So
Okay, I'm going to get back into that later because I have an opinion on that as well. Okay,
Oh.
so let me reintroduce myself fully. So my name is Abol, and I am an aspiring writer. I am also an aspiring politician, and my main job is like really accounting lah. So I normally write about finance and economics and all that. But that's it lah. And I'm with the Muda Party. So that's it for the short introduction for ourselves. So maybe since we know a bit about each other, maybe you can ask questions like the group does the ask me anything thing.
Weirdly specific.
So if you guys want to know what group we're talking about, how we met was like we were in a part of a secret society in Facebook
Of like 7,000 people.
of 7,000 people.
yeah, and then we somehow entered a even more secret society.
The worst kept secret in the country.
I like the way Thasha explains it. Again, say it again.
It's like we're from a secret society, and then we finally got together and have this idea from another more secret society.
The secret Illuminati.
Yes.
The
So
Illuminati I drink is like,
yeah, so in that secret society, there's a thing called AMA where like ask me anything.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, it just got ridiculous lah. I have to be honest.
Right.
By the end of it, it's just like, I am this, ask me anything. I even did like a question where I say, I'm a moron, ask me anything. But then it got rejected.
Okay, but I don't know about that, but I because like there's a Discord group, so like Abu, you should totally join the Discord group. But anyways, like going back to the topic, all of us are confused with how like this part, like there's a mod who actually approved the I'm 21, ask me anything, and I'm like, so how old were you?
I did not see that one.
Oh god, no, like some of the comments there are like hacking this fucking disgusting. Like this dude asked like, oh, are you a virgin? And I'm like, huh, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah, so Jasz, I didn't.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you to speak a bit louder because I don't think my PC can pick it up. Did you say
Right.
what are you doing? I mean, as
I'm a freelance writer. So I do copywriting and mixed bag. So I actually write a lot of stories, a lot of short stories, a lot of porn actually.
Erotica.
Yes, I write a
Ooh.
lot of that for sale, and I do ads and jingles. I do obituaries, blogs. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't think obituaries would still be around, but I guess they just change medium. They don't go to the
Well,
people.
yeah. A lot of it is like online now, so you still need somebody to write up, something nice and say something for the family and all that. Sometimes, like the family's too bereaved to do their own writing.
Okay, cool.
So Facebook posts and all this, is it?
No, I mean you do a basic general one, and then they put it in newspapers. They still do that, and then they send out digital copies of that.
Okay, I have like a serious question on that. Like, okay, so like assuming that like they hate their family member and that particular family passed away, like do they like ask you to like write it as sweetly as possible? You know, we fucking hate him.
I don't think if they hate the family member, they will pay someone to write anything.
No. They're a bit more, how do you say, a bit more tidak apa about it. But they're not, they won't say nasty things because, that's a risk that somebody will know and then they will contest them for the will or something like that. Yeah. It's all about the money. Dollar bill,
It's all the filial piety shit, right?
No, it's all dollar bill, yeah.
Yeah, that's filial piety gets you that. That's the point. That's the
Filial
whole
piety.
point. Yeah, that's the
So
whole point, right?
mercenary, Kyle. So mercenary.
So
Bounty hunter.
so I detect a bit of accent. Are you? I know that you told me that you're Malaysian, but
Yes.
you're not born here.
No, I am born here. I'm born in Ipoh, actually. But my family is we lived in Singapore. I went to school in UK. And then I came back here for like 3 years. And then I went to Australia after that. So yeah, that's why I sound like this.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Why did you come back?
Yeah, I didn't like Australia very much.
Carl hates you for that because he's trying to get away from Malaysia. Carl,
I don't hate her for that. Everyone has like their own
I think
preferences.
it's like he envies because like she got to go somewhere else, right? She came back here, and then he's like, I want to leave this fucking place already.
I mean, definitely there is a plan for me to leave. I'm not sure if I will be staying wherever I'm going. That's still for the future. So it's always interesting to hear perspectives from people who have had that experience.
Well, it's different because you go somewhere and then you don't have the same support system. Like you have to make all new friends. You have to make your own life. You have to make you don't have the same family fallbacks and you don't have the same familiarity. You don't have the same food. Fuck's sakes, the food. Holy crap! I'm 43, right? Like so, I went to Australia like 20 fucking years ago. And they didn't have the same kind of variety that they have now. And, oh, wow, I suffered a lot. The first thing I come back is like, bring me to the nearest mall and we're going to eat. Fuck everything else.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I was in Europe, I have this feeling that food is not really an issue now.
Yeah, now, obviously, now.
Globalization.
Yeah, Carl, let me ask you. I asked you this so many times. Why do you want to leave?
Well, I need a new challenge, man. I need a new challenge. I want to see what it's like. So, like, I want to see, like, if I go elsewhere, how will people perceive me? How will I perceive them? Like, what is it like? I just want to know, because we only get one chance at this. So it's
definitely take your shot.
Of course,
definitely take your shot.
I don't hate my country. That's a misunderstanding. I don't hate my country, but
I just hate the government.
Yeah, of course. yeah. Definitely. So it would be interesting to go somewhere and have like a fresh perspective on life. Like there's a lot of things we don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you mix with different people. People they have different mindsets. Even if you go to school there, like the way they learn, the way they question, the way they process is very, very different from what we are taught here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I always have this feeling that if I wanted to move when I was younger, so I did a lot of traveling. I went to other countries and everything. But then I still feel that in Malaysia, what happens in Malaysia, our situation in the countries, everything is our responsibility, and I cannot shake the fact that if I'm out somewhere in other countries, I'm not doing my responsibility,
You're like abandoning the country. Is that how you see
it? Not necessarily.
That's how I see it. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to say that you guys should feel like that, but then that's how I see it.
Not necessarily. It can also be argued that you might be able to do more elsewhere than what you'll be able to do here, because elsewhere you will not be as silenced as you are here. Like I like using the example of Iqbal, right?
Yeah. You say the first name as if I know who Iqbal is. There's like seven Iqbals
like
in
the
my
guy
life.
who always posts all these stories on Insta. He lives in Texas, by the way.
Oh, okay, that Iqbal. Okay.
That guy. So he always posts all this anti-government stuff on Insta and all this, right? And he does it in Malay.
Yeah.
Which is really good. So he is targeting that specific crowd, and some of the things he says, I really admire him for this, by the way. Some of the things that he says will not fly in this country.
Yes, but the reason why he can say it is because he's not in this country and suffered the consequences of it in this country. Like, look at Riza Fahmi, for example. The caricatures.
But maybe not soon, because I mean I've seen the things that people are saying now in the country, and it's getting better. It's getting better. I mean, if I know Carl doesn't want to leave about that, but then if anyone who's listening to us and then think that we cannot say anything about the country because you're scared or anything, but it's getting better. It's not as bad as it once was.
But I think like should people want to like talk about the country, or at least like for something controversial, they gotta be, I don't know, they have to like really consider like the word so that it sounds vague, or like it sounds like ambiguous, or it's not targeting a certain party or a certain religion or whatsoever. Because I noticed that like now there's these people, they call themselves the ACT, the anti-cyber trooper thing, and then like when they add your name to the list, and then you I think like if you have like 3 or 4 more like they catch you 3 or 4 more times, and they report you to the police or something like that.
Yeah, I was half listening to you,
sedition?
and then,
Yeah, because like, okay, so I posted something that's, I wouldn't say that it's controversial at all, because I said that our His Royal Highness Yang di-Pertuan Agong, he has been disrespected by our former Prime Minister, and then only for him to re-elect a Prime Minister from the same cabinet, and like that Prime Minister uses the same cabinet again, which is the cabinet that disrespected His Royal Highness. And then like a lot of people got trigger happy, and they're like, oh, you're a cyber trooper, and I'm like, no, I didn't say anything about, like, I didn't attack anyone specifically, although like, and like some people even said like, oh, you're not a royal officer, who are you to say that the king was disrespected? And I'm like, have you guys not read the news or like seen the official letters from
Yeah, but see, at the end of the day, like that was an opinion, and by voicing an opinion, even though right or wrong, let's put that aside. Like, you voiced an opinion, but you were being shut down for it. That is one of the things that is still a problem here. It's so normal to report someone to the police for something like that.
Yeah.
That's a really Malaysian thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, one thing I know about from my experiences is that actually the police themselves are lazy to do this kind of thing, like calling people for all these trivial postings and everything. But because someone made a report, they have to do it. It's part of the procedure.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that, but like if we were to reflect back on like the Sarah Udina case, the executive for Missy Solidarity, because like according to her, she said that the police were rough handling her, they were threatening her mom. So, and like Sarah is just 20.
Was this the Dataran Merdeka protest?
No.
No.
The Bantah one, or was it something else?
The Lawan one.
Missy,
Lawan.
the Lawan
Okay.
posts, yeah. Because like Missy Solidarity, they're like an NGO of youths, like they practically expose the government and like tell people about like everything LGBT, how like police brutality, this and that. And apparently a few of their posts got flagged because it's about police brutality. And the fact that like a 20-year-old spent time in lockup just for that.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing. Macam, okay, do you guys remember that one of the Dataran, the earliest one, the first one, the Dataran protest where it what happened during the day and we were carrying like
Black flags, right?
yeah, like a mock body. Okay, I was there, and then let me tell you something about the police in that perspective where I saw at that time. Okay, so when we came out, when the protest started and we went to the place where we were supposed to go, there was this guy in uniform who was in front of us, and he was like, "You guys cannot do this. You guys have to go." And he didn't want to arrest us. He doesn't want to do all this kind of thing, but he was in a hurry, and I found out later why, because after that a group of like plainclothes police came, and then the moment they arrived, they were putting on their gloves. Like they were ready to like put us all in like arrest us and everything. But this police in the uniform, he was like telling them that we didn't do anything wrong, so stop doing all this nonsense. I cannot hear what he's talking about, but I know that's what they're discussing. That this guy in uniform is trying to prevent the other police in normal clothes from arresting us. And I think this is the problem. This is the situation with our current police system. There are different kind of police. There are
sections.
Yes,
Sections.
there are sections. There are
Yeah.
people who like think this is wrong and they want to arrest us, and there are also police who think that they should be okay to do protests and whatever, and trying to help us as much as they can. So I think in case of that lady that was Sarah, right? I think she got the other one.
I think your video is freezing up a bit.
Yeah, it's okay. Never mind. It will come and go.
Cat.
It's just one of those days. The internet is like.
But I like, in my opinion, I feel that like the police, there are nice police. Not gonna lie, there are nice police out there. Like the one where like this shop owner reported that this lady stole food, and then like instead of like arresting her, the police themselves bought the food for her. Like we have nice police, but I guess like the bad ones are like overshadowing the good ones.
Yeah, because what is this? I'm of the opinion. So I've had like personal experiences with police as well. I know a few of them personally, and I'm of the opinion where majority of them are actually decent people who are just trying to do their job. Because of what the role of the police is supposed to be, anytime one person messes up, that becomes big news. Which I think it is appropriate. It is appropriate.
Yeah, of course, because they have power that most people don't have.
Yeah.
And there are people who are definitely going to abuse it.
And to be fair, like however messed up the police system here may be, or may be seen to be, it's arguably still not as bad as what you see in the States.